Hi, my name is Kate Hutter, and I am the artistic director of LA Contemporary Dance Company. So we have a concert coming up titled Four Seasons, and it's based on Vivaldi's classical work of Four Seasons, but we have an original score by Eric Mason and four amazing choreographers who are each bringing their own take and own vision to each of these seasons and their interpretation. We have Mecca Vazzy-Andrews, Laurel Tintindo, Becca Lemmy, and Rosalind LeBlanc. The idea for Four Seasons was based on Vivaldi's classical work and the myriad of emotional states that seem to be present even in that Baroque score. Going from there, I engaged Eric Mason to really reimagine and pull apart the work to extrapolate both that emotional state in quotations and the musical language of the work, but to also be fueled by what the choreographers saw and the depths of that, both the dark and the light within that context.
My name is Jamila Glass. I am a founding company member and I've been dancing with them for 10 years. Well, the process, first of all, for LACDC's show is very different. We kind of get a reset button every time we work with a new choreographer, so you never get really settled in what type of style you're moving in. Rosalind, she can also be very fast, but the movement quality is very different, and I find the entire cast kind of trying to lean on each other so that we can just make sure that we're not lost and exhausted. Mecca is very, very specific and she's very musical. That can be really challenging because she's much faster paced than some other choreographers.
I have a really radical, long relationship with LA Contemporary Dance Company. They're very supportive of what I do, and I really love creating with them. I really like to think about the dancer, like where they're coming from as a human being, and let that inspire what's developed and what develops. I have things in mind, but when you can't, like, I don't know, the way I like to think of it is you can't just develop work and not take into consideration the human being you're dealing with.
The evening length will be a 1-hour show. It will be completely interwoven. There will also be a kind of surrounding environment that's projected and created by Eric Speth. And together, you will never leave really the context of the world of seasons. You'll move from one season to the next with these interlocking environments as well as soundscapes.
My name is Andrew Pearson. I've been dancing with the company for about 4 years now. From Laurel's piece, you're going to see the space being designed. So that's when you start to see some of the phrase work that kind of appears from the sweeping simplicity of the movement. Becca's piece starts a little bit more ferociously choreographically, or the vocabulary starts a little bit more full-bodied. Even in its released and sweeping and soft moments, it still is full-bodied and athletic.
So working with Eric Mason has been really extraordinary. He's very flexible and super receptive to like the music. I sent him a couple different like hip hop tunes that I was really inspired by. I sent him a couple of different classical tunes I was inspired by, as well as like some psychedelic tunes. And I feel like the end result is not something where it was like at all in any way, shape, or form like a battle of whose voice is the primary. It's very much an extraordinary collaboration, inspired by Vivaldi, inspired by Four Seasons and then the summer movement of it.
For the composition, Eric Mason has brought in instrumentation that's very different at times than Vivaldi had at his fingertips. So electric cello, synthesizer, found sounds. So the score is very pulsating and I would say much more contemporary. So don't walk in the theater expecting a beautifully Baroque ensemble. So Four Seasons will be at the Atwater Village Theater. It's a new theater for us, and we're very excited to be in a community like Atwater. and it is November 12th through the 15th. All performances are at 8:30 p.m. except for on Sunday, which is at 6 p.m.
I think people should come and see LA Contemporary Dance Company's Four Seasons because it's a strong representation of the diverse array of dancers as well as creators in Los Angeles.
The dancers are incredible and the choreographers really have poured themselves into this work, and you will not be, I guess, left feeling empty at all.
Four Seasons will be a great depiction of contemporary dance in Los Angeles.
Awesome choreographers, amazing dancers, original music. That's why you should come see Four Seasons.